Hey, and welcome to another edition of RipTech Labs. I'm Chris, and today we're going to look at my Kenwood R-2000 Communications Receiver. Now, if you don't know what this is, it's basically a shortwave radio. I believe this hails from the 80s. I'm going to try to fill in a little details right here. It picks up AM broadcast band, but it goes from like 100 kilohertz up to 30 kilohertz. You know, the entire shortwave radio band. It does upper and lower sideband. It has a really narrow filter here for doing CW. You could pipe that into something else, get the telereader out, look at that later. Assuming I get this thing working. Right now, it's deaf as a post. I live fairly close to an AM radio station, and I should be able to get that station at least. I live in kind of this RF hole and nothing much comes in. Unless it's close, I pick up a few stations, but this thing is deaf. And I have a suspicion what's going on is this RF attenuator control has been an issue in the past for me. I've opened this up, I've cleaned it with, you know, like contact cleaner or whatever. If you live close to the station or it's coming in way too strong, overloading the front end, when I mess with it now, nothing changes. So I've got the antenna hooked up to this fancy little coil wire I made out of some old speaker wire. Should get the job done, right? Let's turn it on. See right there, here's your broadcast band. There's 700 kilohertz, right? There's nothing on this band, or any band for that matter. This even has the VHF converter on it, so I can listen to FM, like 2-meter band, for example, right? That's deaf as a post. So that's why I'm thinking this is what's going on. Yeah, I mean, all the way through to, and yeah, this optical encoder is getting a little wonky. I fixed this once upon a time. They get dirty, you gotta clean it out. But all the way up to, and I know there's a station high up in here that it should pick up, and there's nothing. Up to 1800, yeah, so it's basically dead, right? You do this, nothing changes. That's the other thing that should happen, is this should change how much static comes in. There's nothing there. So what do we do? Well, I'll open this up, see if maybe just cleaning it will fix it. It might. If that's so, then that's great. It's fixed. We may have to try to take the switch apart. I have read online that there's some problems with the contacts inside, which would explain that they get tarnished over time and they just stop working, or the switch itself is broken. The mechanism on this switch is actually kind of dumb. It's this, well, you'll see it when I get it out, get it open. It's like this weird sliding, yeah, I don't, it's a weird design choice, I guess. I don't know. But let's turn it back off, let's unplug it, and let's tear into it. Flip it over here. You can see where I've got the coil attached. Take that out. Here's my VHF converter that connects to that. Piece of cake, right? Power. Let's get that out of the way. Luckily, alright, as you can see, it's not perfect. It's been scratched up by me putting other stuff on top of it. Yeah, that was dumb. I could probably repaint it again if I wanted to. Okay, so I opened up the wrong side. Cool. But anyway, let's look inside there. You can see, yeah, I mean, okay. I was hoping maybe there was like a, I couldn't remember. It's been so long since the last time I opened this. Okay, now, alright, here, this is what I'm talking about. This is a very strange animal, right? This is the RF attenuator control, right? It's all the way down here. Why? I don't know why this is like this, but you turn this, and you can see there's a slider down in there. Maybe. Maybe, can you see that, please? Right inside of this little doodad here, right? See that? There's, you can see the knob turning on the left of the screen, and then you can see there's something inside there that's moving, right? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why that couldn't be a knob, just something simple instead of whatever this is, right? Let's do the obvious first. Let's get out some contact cleaner. Electronic switch and contact cleaner. Is this the right stuff to use? I don't know. It's either that or this. Take your pick. So I don't have, I don't get all fancy like with deoxit, you know. Let's give that a shot inside there and work it back and forth. Try and get it so I can hold the can upright. And so it's on camera. Need like 3 hands to do this. I really don't know. Oh, it's moving. I don't know if you can see that. You can barely see that. It's like sliding this metal rod. Or metal rod. It's not a rod. It's a strip. It's a metal strip. But it's sliding this metal strip all through this chain to this slider. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So we squared the contact cleaner. Let's work that around a little bit more. Let's spray some on this little thing. Maybe it'll get in there. I don't know. I don't know. You can't really. You have to be like right. But there, you can see that strip moving. I mean, I don't know why they would make this complicated. This just seems like an overly complicated mechanism for what should be a simple switch, right? Then again, I'm not an electronics engineer. I have no idea why. So with that done, let's take and plug it back in. See, here's another little ADHD quirk, right? Crap will be staring you right in the face. Right in the face, and you just cannot see it. This is my prized right angle IC power cord, by the way. You should have one of these because it's gold. Alright. Uh-oh. What did that come off of? Probably the cord. Whatever. Okay, so let's put this back up on here. Now, let's plug the antenna in first. Then do that. Now, since this isn't a proper antenna at all, I got it plugged into the high impedance connector back here. That shouldn't matter. It should still pick stuff up, right? I've had it plugged into my 50 ohm receiving antenna with the transformer on, you know, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't care. Alright, let's get you put back up here. Try not to mangle my VC10 connection because those things are kind of not cheap and they're not common. Alright, so let's get power. Check my output voltage is correct just because I want to. Now, that thing, I don't know. Let's turn it on. Turn it up. Okay, that's 0 attenuation right there, right? What do we get? Oh, did it work?
Healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply.
Yeah, okay.
Details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription.
That's all that needed. This is what I'm saying, is I live in a freaking hole.
Take form. Get started at hims.com.
Yeah, I live in a hole when it comes to radio. Let me try one of these guys. This comes with my audio receivers, right? You get one of these. Who actually uses their receiver to listen to AM radio, right? Let's flip this back over. Woo! Unplug that bad boy. And we'll plug this into it if we can. Yeah, okay. See if that makes any difference. This is supposed to be for AM broadcast band, right? This loop. So, yeah, they give you these you throw it behind the TV, whatever. I don't know, maybe mine's too long. I don't know. Any difference?
Freedom Kids Control.
Actually, yeah.
Family banking.
But
Jason. flap is available for select mobile devices. Messages.
Okay, so
JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
apparently my little loop there is not the best. Okay. We get anything else? I will hook that back up. That might be better suited for what's the word I'm looking for? Higher frequency. But yeah, that's my local station though. The one that's like just up the road by a mile. Let's get that dial back in.
Unplugged Ardarius Garland, all questionable.
Right.
Cleveland's down
But
1
here-
game to none. 2 days after knocking out the Rockets in Game 7, Warriors tip off the second round series at
There
the
it goes.
Timberwolves tonight. And Golden State needs to start this series
I mean,
off
it's
with a
not
W.
overloading it,
advises
but it's
ESPN NBA analyst
turn
Peter Perkins.
down to 30 dB and it's almost gone. So
36.
but yeah, that control, I've had to do this so many times. Last time I did it, it didn't work, so that's why I was maybe thinking we might make a video out of this. But let's plug the other antenna back in, just for laughs. I want to see what this will pick up on the higher frequencies, if anything. I really need to get a long wire thrown out the attic for this and my other shortwaves. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. That's just
Strain.
oh, typical AM style.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up Wednesday, the
Orientation
Knicks are back
matters.
from 20 points down to
Plus
win
I'm
Game
touching
1
it.
against the Celtics. So was it just a blip for Boston or a cause for concern? We'll discuss it on Sports
Yeah.
Live, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on
Stop it.
ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPN.
If I'm touching it, it picks it up so much better. That figures.
Carry on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN
Okay,
app.
so let's go up and see if we can pick up anything. I know the alignment is way off on sideband, so is this going to pick up anything else? I'll bet it doesn't. Can we pick up WWV? Does WWV even run anymore? I don't know. Not on 5 megahertz. Not on 10. Not on 15. Does it even run on 20? I can't pick it up anyway. So let's try like a CW, right? See if anything at all comes through this. Turn it on nice and slow. Yeah, I won't be shocked. Whoops, upper sideband, sorry. Because usually you can pick up the PSKers and the FT8 and the JT65, and there's nothing. Yeah, but I just have the wrong antenna hooked up. But anyway, well, that was a real short video. I was almost hoping there was more wrong with it than that, just so we could show you something. But if you've got one of these and you notice it's deaf as a post like this one was, that's all you got to do usually. I say that, don't hold me to that if your radio doesn't work after you do that. Yeah, this video is actually sponsored by me. If you like my shirt, it's AM Radio Dial. I got this and a bunch of other antique radio style shirts. Zenith, Philco, whatever. antiqueradioshop.etsy.com. Go check it out. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, precious, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Kind of low impact, but yeah, you got to do this stuff once in a while, otherwise your gear doesn't work. So thanks for watching. You're awesome, and we'll see you.